contemplation of yoga, jnana yoga, is the highest contemplation. Why? Because we are using our own thoughts, the nature of our mind, which creates thoughts, to understand their reality, to understand their nature and where they come from. So we're going to be using language to understand the process of the mind and then to be able to transcend the mind into the reality of who we are. We're going to be able to understand where the thoughts are coming from, what is their true nature. And by doing that, we're going to trace them back to their source. Imagine tracing thoughts back to their source. Where is this thought coming from now? And by doing that, by tracing back thoughts to their source, we're going to go back and see that there are patterns of thinking. They are reinforced somehow by our habits, our behaviors, our thinking patterns, our networks of thinking in the mind, the networks of our thoughts. We will be able to see that there is an underlying reality behind the networks of our behavior, our thinking, the way we feel about things, and thus when we're going to be able to understand the nature of this reality, we will be able to become more aware of it and be able to transcend it. So where we are now, where one can be in the beginning of the path, is at the extremities of his thinking process, and behind it there can be so many different things. His thinking process can come from impulse, it can come from fear, it can come from habitual patterns, it can come from desires, from the ego mind, from his own enthusiasm, from his unconscious mind, and also it can come from conscious behavior. When everything one is thinking or experiencing is in direct contact with his innermost reality, his awareness and his consciousness. So here we're going to journey back together from the conditional experience of the mind and the conditional experience of reality to our true nature, back to our meditative nature, back to truly who we are. Thank you for today.